Welcome back, everybody. This is David Bricks Film, or David Bricks, and Lego has revealed new sets for the May 1st. Of course, we're going to be starting off with this one, which is 75409 Jango Fett's Fire Spray Class Starship, which contains 2,970 pieces, and it will retail for $299.99 US, which is absolutely a good price in my opinion, which I believe is the same price as the Boba Fett Starship, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, in this lovely set, you are going to be receiving two minifigures, of course, which is Jango Fett and of course his beloved son Boba Fett, which personally I think is a good selection. I just wish there could have been an extra minifigure, but then again, it is what it is. Of course, these are the two most iconic character for the Starship, and they don't call it the slaves anymore. But of course, you do get more photos on this one as your display. You do get a display case, of course, with a printed piece, I believe so. Hopefully it's not a sticker, because that would be miserable. And of course, you do get more photos over here, a closer picture of the sides, which of course it looks awesome in my opinion. But of course, you do get a gift with purchased, which is going to be May through the 5th, which is 40765 Camino Training Facility. And of course, you have to purchase more than $160, but if you manage to buy the Jango Fett, that would be no problem. But of course, there's other sets that you could choose if you're not planning to purchase the Jango Fett. But personally, this looks amazing. I know there's three, well, technically an exclusive minifigure, but you get three of them, which is awesome. Which of course there's our Jango, clones, which later will be the clones for the Clone Wars. I don't know much Star Wars, but I'm getting into Star Wars, so I don't know what the white ship it is. If anybody does know, please leave them in the comments. Again, I'm not a Star Wars nerd yet, but I do love Star Wars. I'm getting into Star Wars. I'm starting to love Star Wars. I remember when I was a kid, I hated it. I don't know why, but I always thought there were some weird creatures, and I was not a big fan. But now I'm starting to love Star Wars. But of course, you do get a weapon rack for these guys, and of course that in the middle, I don't know what that is supposed to be. I believe it's just some training you train. But of course, for the next set, you do get, which is 75399, the Rebel U-Wing Starfighter with 594 pieces, and it will retail for $70 US, which personally I've seen so many people saying this is the second model, and I didn't remember there was a first one. When looking at it back now, this looks so small, super small. And you do get 4 minifigures, of course, which is Cassian Andor, Dedra Meero, ISB Tactical Agent, and the K250, the returning of that, which I do own the first one, and I believe this one is going to be an updated version of the print, but the mode is going to be the same. And for the next set, is going to be 75416 Chopper Astromech Droid, which contains 1,039 pieces, and it will retail for $100 US. Of course, you do get only Chopper, which is the only minifigure, if you want to count that as a minifig. And let me tell you, they nailed it. Holy smokes, look at it. And yes, I believe so that it is a printed piece, because for that price, I don't know. I hope that Lego won't cheap out. But of course, I love with its hands. Chopper with his hand, little mini droid hands. Am I going to pick this up? Probably not, but because I'm running out of display. But of course, that'll be it with this set. And of course, for the next set, is a which is 75415 Kylo Ren helmet with 529 pieces, and it will retail for $70 US. If you do own the Darth Vader, holy smokes, these two combined, it will look awesome in your display shelf. And of course, taking a better look at it, that is a printed piece. I'm hoping that is a printed piece, because if all of that was a sticker, damn, Lego, you are super cheap. But it looks like it's printed piece, so don't you guys worry about it. Don't you worry about it, because don't worry about it. And this looks awesome. I gotta admit to Lego, they really nailed it. And here's more pictures of the back. And the next set, which is a huge disappointment, which is 75406 Kylo Ren Command Shuttle with 386 pieces, and it will retail for $70 US. Did a kid do it? Did a child do it? Even my little cousin can do better than this. Come on, Lego. For $70 US, that's wild. It could have been at least $30. But yeah, enough with that. The next set, which is gonna be 75407, which is going to be brick built Star Wars Lego for 700 pieces, and it retails for $70 US. Which personally, in my opinion, this one is way better than Marvel. Even though Marvel has minifigures and this one doesn't have minifigures, maybe because of no minifigures, they brought the price down to $70 US. But this is way better than the Marvel logo, if you ask me. I don't know what it is. Maybe because of I like how the word star is literally on top of the wars. Just look at it. It's a beauty. I'm definitely going to pick this up. Just look at it, the colors and everything. But of course, I was expecting this to be $100 US. But the only problem I have is they did include a minifigure. But then again, it is what it is. And for the next set is going to be 75408 Jango Fett helmet, and it will contain 616 pieces, and it will retail for $70 US. So I'd rather pick this up than the Kylo Ren Command Shuttle, which retails for $70 US, which is absolutely nuts. You have so many options. There is so many in the $70 US range, like this one, the helmet, even the Camino. No, not the Camino. The Rebel U-Wing Starfighter is $70 US, which is way better than Kylo Ren's Command Shuttle. But then again, that's personally my opinion, and I hope I hope that's a fact and not an opinion. 70 is wild, but for $70 US for this Jango Fett, that's fair enough. I feel like all this May stuff is going to be about Jango Fett, which I love Jango Fett. And of course, for the next set, it's going to be 40795 Luke Skywalker Rebel Pilot Brickheads, and it contains 138 pieces. And of course, it will retail for $10. You know, a typical Luke Skywalker. And of course, that would be it. And for the final set, which is going to be 40796 Revenge of the Sith Heroes and Villains Brickheads, which will contain 656 pieces, and it will retail for $50 US, which that is a good deal because Kylo Ren Command Shuttle only has 386 pieces. Absolutely wild. But then again, what are your thoughts, and are you going to be picking any of them? And hopefully none of you pick up the Kylo